What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Shane Davis.
And I am Brandon Fountain.
And we are the Controlled Burn.
Yes, we are.
I'd say it's probably Wednesday, middle of the week, right?
Yep.
So, it has been, 60 days since we talked about State Question 837?
It has been.
We've got something pretty exciting that we're going to do today. So today, this is kind of historic for the Controlled Burn.
Yeah.
We have our first official guest.
Kinda.
Yeah, we're going to do a call-in. We're going to give it a shot. I think it's going to go really cool. Yeah. But more importantly, who the guest is pretty badass.
Yes, may I?
Yeah, please. For the premier guest, who we got?
For the first ever guest on the Controlled Burn podcast, we are going to have Mr. Jed Green from ORCA. Now, if you guys don't know about Jed Green, first of all, where the hell have you been? But Jed is an absolute national treasure to Oklahoma's cannabis industry. He is a guy that has picked up the ball and ran with it a lot of times. The guy lives at the Capitol. The guy has he's very respected at the Capitol. He's not just some jackass at the Capitol. He's very respected, and he is one of the biggest allies the cannabis industry has in writing bills, helping get things done. I mean, the list goes on.
So one thing I want to add is he wouldn't be a national treasure for Oklahoma. Maybe like a stational treasure. If we were gonna really
as soon as I said that, I was like, I would say.
I wanted to address it because all the Berniacs out there are like, I don't know if that's what he meant, but
let's be honest, man. Them Berniacs are still thinking about your butthole worms,
bro. What's fucking wild about that is that's created more buzz than anything. We have, I think, 7 published episodes, like 15 total, but those, one day we might have a uncut, unedited, raw episode drop. Probably not, but those were wild. We weren't sure what direction we were going to go, so we tried a few different ways, and some of them got swiped away. But the butt stuff has been hilarious, which, God bless my wife. She's like, really, bro? Like, out of all the things, that's where you don't have to tell everything.
Girl, this your baby.
Yeah, I was like, I can tell some other shit too. I've got some good ones that you might not want me to throw out there.
Dude, say it. Was there anything specifically she told you not to say?
Yeah.
Say it.
Yes.
Say it, dude. She ain't here.
Bro, it's going to get around. No, the worm thing, for me though, I feel pretty vindicated. Validated. Okay. On, I think, Facebook, that clip was shared, and all these comments, people acting like they have no fucking clue what I'm talking about.
They probably really don't, bro.
Dude, no, they do, because, and I'm not going to dime anybody out, but a few people who did comment on that post, I had private text exchanges with, and they were like, yeah, man, it was a thing. Or I had a few people ask their parents, and I think it's maybe traumatic. People brushed it away.
Out,
yeah. They didn't want to remember that. And one of our awesome Neat Media House producers, she actually just hit me with a fact right before we started recording.
Well, factoid?
She said that people who grew up having cats, especially, back in the 25, 30 years ago, were very likely to have booty hole worms.
Yes, I also heard that.
And that toxoplasmosis. I think I'm saying it wrong. But you know this one. This is the one that it's in all third world countries. You get it from
poverty?
Yeah. I mean, that too. But with this one, you can be poor and have it. So it's you can do both. But no, it's a thing that it's basically rats and cats.
Bubonic?
No. It makes people aggressive. It makes you more likely to take risk and more aggressive, and you can get it from cat shit. So basically what happens is...
You're not talking about things dogs get. Rabies.
No, toxoplasmosis. It's a real thing.
Oh, you actually said it right. I thought you were joking.
Me and our very, very highly intelligent Susan at the laboratory, we went down a whole rabbit hole conversation with it. But it's basically...
the bat thing. Is that what she said? Is that what she had or whatever?
Well, she brought it up in that. But it's something like it makes rats sexually attracted to the smell of cat pee. So what happens is a rat, when they get this toxoplasmosis, they're sexually attracted to cat piss. So then they go searching for it, and they're basically free meals for the cats. And it's this cycle. Was that him trying to call?
No, but this is a problem because my phone is on silent. However,
it rang.
It rang. So, do not disturb, eh? Sorry about that.
But yeah, and so people can get it too, and it makes like if you have cats or you're around like especially outside cats that are eating mice and rats, it makes people just more likely to do risky shit. I'd say there's a high chance that you have toxoplasmosis. You're a very risky individual. You do risky shit. Anybody out there who's ridden in a vehicle with this man, you know what I'm saying.
That's awesome. You're stupid. Okay, so I just Googled it. Toxoplasmosis is an infection with a parasite called Toxoplasma gondii.
Oh.
Gondii.
He ain't about peace.
Not Gandhi. People often get the infection from eating undercooked meat. You can also get it from contact with cat feces. The parasite can pass to a baby during pregnancy, and most people infected with the parasite do not have symptoms. Huh. Sounds like a real shitty parasite to have. That could honestly be worse than butthole nematodes.
Well, it's something like an insane percentage of people have it. I know that. Like it's
in America?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
In the world. Like, do like world percentage of that.
Bro, what if I do have it?
That'd be wild. Talk to Susan about it. She'll blow your mind. She sends people who've done research papers about it. Like she'll go do like deep dives and send them like her thoughts, like, or why they're wrong. She's a beast.
Damn. Approximately 11% of the U.S. population 6 years and older have a toxoplasma infection. In various places throughout the world, research shows that more than 60% of some populations have had it.
Yeah, it's wild. And
can you get rid of it?
I don't know. I know, there's a lot of cat people out there. And if you are a cat person, there's a good chance you have it. Dude, I seen another thing. It was something like if you die in your house, like if you just, die while you're sitting on your chair for whatever reason.
Dogs will eat you.
Well, so eventually your dogs will eat you.
After starving.
They're saying that, and it said like Labradors, they will never eat you. Like Labradors specifically, you have this thing.
That's why we've always had labs. I've always loved them, man. I knew it.
But there was a thing, like a report came out that said like cats though will immediately start eating you. Like they could have food in their bowl and you're better. Like in
oh yeah, bro. If cats were the size of dogs, well, I mean, I know that what I'm saying. But like if a house cat,
no,
was the size of a dog,
hell no,
we'd never own them. The only reason we own cats and they're animals and domesticated is because they're small enough to be that.
Well, they're easy pets to have. Like if you're,
I hate them. But,
so we have 2 cats.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one of them I don't like her. She, we have one cat that's great, and I had a cat that you remember, Mr. Ike.
Yeah.
He was the shit.
Ike was dope.
Yeah, he was a great cat. But,
I mean, here's the thing. I think I like the cat that you don't like.
No, I have Tim and I have Cleo.
Yeah, I love Tim.
Tim's the homie.
Yeah,
Tim's
okay.
great.
I thought you didn't like Tim.
No, Tim's great.
Cleo's
Cleo
piece shit?
is piece shit.
Okay.
She, like, straight up, I was in bed, I don't know, like 2 months ago, and somehow, some way, she got into my room when we were sleeping, and I woke up to that, because I had ice water on my headboard, and the cat knocked it right onto my face while I was snoring, and it still had ice in it, and so it was like, when you like walk into a shower before you, like, you know, you think it's hot and it's fucking cold, and then it takes the wind out of you. Like, it did that. I woke up to that, and I was ready to kill somebody. I was very angry. And my wife laughed, and I was like, bro, okay. Okay. I'll pour some terribly cold water on you while you're asleep. I bet you I handled it better.
That would be, and that's right there. That's the reason I don't like cats right there. That's it. That's one of many reasons.
They don't, which I'm not going to say all cats don't love you, but I'd say for the most part, they don't love you. Yeah. Dogs love you.
Yeah.
Like
even the assholes.
Tim,
they still love you.
Tim is different. Like he is a special kind of cat. He really genuinely is. But in all three, I've got 3 dogs. All 3 of my dogs love them. They all love me. They're just great. Cleo, she's close to the kids. That's why we have her. But she doesn't cross paths with me. Like, it's like she knows that I don't really like her. And like, we've never had like any big issues. She just doesn't like. She don't mess with me. I don't mess with her.
I mean, I don't know. I'd say ice water dropping on you while you're sleeping is a pretty big issue, bro.
Nah, it was a bad day. Yeah, that was. No, I've got a dude. So that reminds me, I had years ago the cat that I had, Batman. You remember that the black cat I had?
Yeah. When you had Peanut, or not Peanut, but the Winnie dog. You had Ike.
No. I'm talking since I've had children. This one I had Thor. Batman.
Okay.
When we lived in Sepulpa.
That was Ike?
No, Ike's the cat I had in high school.
Yeah.
My parents' cat.
Yeah, but what was the dog's name that you had when you had Ike?
Skittles. Yeah, Skittles. So, no, yeah, it was Skittles and Ike.
I love Skittles.
But what I'm saying, I had a cat when we lived in Sepulpa. It was a black cat named Batman.
I remember Batman.
My stipulations when we got Batman, because I did not want a cat at the time, was it needed to be fixed. I wanted a black cat, and I wanted it to be a male.
You got one of those 3.
Yeah. No, it literally, I didn't, because I'm not looking at like cat balls.
Yeah, right.
And so they get this cat, they tell me it's all what I asked, and that it's pregnant, right? So I'm like, oh, this is not.
To be fair, I think your ex probably thought it was a woman cat, though.
I'm
or
gonna
male, because she's
There's a line, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay on this side of the line. When it comes to that,
I'm with it.
I'm gonna stay on this side.
I'm with it. Do I have to stay on that side of the line too? No,
I mean, you're a grown ass individual. You brother. Do whatever you need. Right now, things are cordial. But no, so this cat has kittens. Ridiculous. We get rid of the kittens. We keep one because this cat looked like the Grumpy Cat meme. Like, it had just like a pretty like scrunch face. Well, either way. Batman was an inside-outside cat, right? She was running inside and outside. It was my daughter Jessie's birthday, and we're going to do something. And we're in a hurry. I'm running behind. I'm annoyed. I've got my army of children. I'm trying to get ready, and this kitten does something. I forget what it did. It just did something, and I was like, put the cats outside. And so the cats get put outside. I never think about it again. We all get in the car, got to run to Reese's, pick up the birthday cake, and then from Reese's, go to a big bounce house. We're having this birthday party. As we're driving down the road, I feel ba-boom. I was like, oh, no. The fuck was that? And I look in my rear view, and I see a cat just on the road dying. And I was like, that kind of, I was like, hold on. And I flip around real quick. Sure as hell, the cat that got put in the backyard was that kitten. Somehow, some way, it ran from the backyard, got underneath the van, rode all the way to Reese's, and then back. So in the middle of my daughter's birthday, because I don't remember this, bro. I was like 10%. I'm like, there's no chance that's our cat. Go around, all the kids in the car. Like, oh my God, I forget the cat's name, but they're like, and I was like, so then had to go around, get the cat, take it home. We had it like a funeral service because it immediately died. All my children are crying. I ran over a fucking cat on my daughter's birthday. It was
You're basically a piece of shit at that point.
Yeah. So
hey, whatever happened to Batman?
She's still alive.
Okay.
Yeah. No, she's with the X. That was one that I wasn't going to take that one in. But yeah, it's still kicking.
All right, good for Batman. Hope she's doing well.
She was an awful cat too. Dude, we're gonna get somebody.
I like that.
We're gonna have to do a PSA. Like, I do not abuse kittens or cats. I do like them.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, man, fuck y'all. I don't like cats. Like, there's just very few cats that have my respect. I'm sorry. I'm a dog man.
Well, I guess.
Oh, so
Probably.
a few minutes in?
Do we want to probably transition into our new segment?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking the phone call. Yes, we have a new segment.
Yeah, man. We have a new segment called
Boom, boom,
the
boom.
OKCTL Hot Box Report.
Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, boy. The Hot Box Report. I like it.
You like it?
I like it. No, so this segment of the show is going to be centered on OKCTL, cannabis, medical marijuana lab testing. We are going to touch on hot topics that are going on today. Do we have a way to transition into this? Do we just
bring you the OKCTL Hot Box Report. Oh my God, that's the control.
We got
like
everything.
it? Yeah.
We got everything, Shane.
I like it. I like
we
it.
have everything, literally, all the time. If you're wondering, we got it. What do we got?
Okay,
Talk to us. You're the guy, man. You're the guy for this. This is your lane.
We're going to tiptoe into this a little bit because I really want Mr. Jed Green to give his perspective and kind of shout out where he sees this going and what he needs from us, the cannabis community, to make this happen because you're going to hear it 1,000 more times. State question 837 has to happen. It has to. And the only way it's going to happen is if we all work together. All the groups need to work together. Dispensaries, grows, processors, patients, family members, community members. Like, this is something that if you do not have a medical marijuana card, but you have your brother, cousin, best friend, or their uncle buy your weed for you, get involved.
Yeah.
We can put an end to that. Because, I mean, everybody who has a patient card typically buys for like 5 or 6 other people. So if we get this approved, you guys can stop breaking the law.
Jed Green.
Oh,
There he is.
Yeah,
All right. We're going to go ahead and bring him in here. Hey, what's going on, Jed? You are on the podcast. How are you, sir?
I am good, sir. How are you today?
Good, man. First of all, I just want to say, I hope you can hear us well. But I just want to say thank you, first of all, for taking this, especially short notice. We kind of introduced the new segment of this tonight, and we've always done a portion of where we've talked about, Oklahoma cannabis, and obviously that's kind of the theme of our podcast here. But I thought, man, there's no better way after, what's recently happened, and then, us officially having it titled as a segment, no better person to break that in with than you.
Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you reaching. There's always something going on,
So, for all the listeners who don't know, Jed Green is the founder of ORCA, and a lot, probably more than that, more things. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Jed. What you do, who you represent, and what your what makes Jed Green Jed Green.
Well, simply put, over the last 3.5 decades, 3 things: construction, campaigns, and cannabis. Generally, all of them at the same time for about the last 30 years, and the last 20 campaigns. But that's just a little bit about the background involved with directing the 7 campaign, and stay pretty involved with ORCA, Oklahomans for Responsible Cannabis, and it's a group that's designed to take real direct political action. And so we are back again now with question 837 to legalize marijuana for folks 21 and over.
Yeah, today, Jed, this is Shane Davis, by the way. I really, really appreciate you calling in. You're actually the very first caller / guest on the show, so this is pretty awesome for us. But today was a really big day for 837. Can you kind of fill us in on what happened today and where we go from here?
Yeah. What the initiative petition process is a long process, and kind of our timeline to this 37 is in the months and years prior. We language on March 31st. We filed petition 837 with the Secretary of State. Off a 90-day period where state could show up to the Supreme Court and challenge language that we had put forth, and so was inclined to do that by the deadline of filing, which was Monday the 7th, and we are clear of any early legal challenges. We've requested August 6th to begin gathering signatures and are awaiting confirmation from the Secretary of State of exactly what day that will be. By law, it's got to be sometime between the 20th of this month and the 6th of August. This is now a live fire drill for everyone.
Absolutely. So we get all the paperwork, everything in from the Secretary of State before or by August 6th. Then where do we go? What happens?
Well, we've got everything in that we need, and we are let's imagine that we get our request of August 6th. Starting August 6th, we have 90 days to collect a minimum 173,000 signatures of registered voters in the state. If we accomplish that goal, which would be by the first week of November, then we get ballot access, which means that we will get a vote in 2026 on State Question 837.
Yeah, dude, that's so awesome. I saw your post first thing this morning. I was pretty excited about it. I think we've touched on it at least on the last 3 episodes we've done on the podcast. I know speaking with you at a few of the meetings that we do go to, this is something that I cannot stress enough. If this is going to happen ever, it's going to happen now. There's some stuff that's going on, things that have been put into place that it's going to make this really, really hard to happen in the future. So this is something that everybody needs to get on board with. If you are in the industry, or if you are pro-cannabis, or if you are pro-local business, this is something that we all need to get on board with. We need to work together. And I really, really genuinely think we can make this happen.
I've got no doubt. I mean, the industry as a whole is like it really is kind of a plant in politics in our state. And at the point that it wakes up, we see things like we saw with State Question 788, where our community and fledgling industry came together, and we broke the turnout record for a midterm by 120%.
That's awesome.
Typically, over 20 years, 450,000 people show up. In 2018, we had about 800,000 people show up. So that's the effect that we can have, and it's a very different world now from then. And we've got a lot of resources, so we're working to bring those to bear. And, folks that are active at the Capitol, and the groups that do that work, people take that for granted over time. There is a lot of stuff that our organization has been doing to support a level playing field and consumer safety in the industry the last several years. But I can't say that for everyone who believes that the people are the power, that all power comes from by our consent, that any time that you ever thought, well, the government's doing me wrong, I will do something about it, now is the time. We have made it through to this rare window where the power is in the people's hands, and at the point that I have no doubt that we will absolutely crush the gathering phase, and that we will absolutely win this election if the folks commit. There's only so much the wizard. At some point in time, the Army has to take the field.
Absolutely. And From my perspective, I know something similar to this was tried not that long ago, within the last couple years. That did not go through, and just from what I'm seeing and the people I'm talking to, that one, just about every other person I talked to shot it down. This one, I haven't had one negative conversation. Everybody that I've been meeting with, any events I've gone to, this is being talked about, and everybody seems to be on the same page with it, which makes it, pretty stinking exciting.
Yeah, it's kind of my job to stay extremely level-headed, but I'm fucking pumped.
How could you not be? Yeah,
agreed.
At the end of the day, know what I'm seeing, because I've done campaigns for 20 years here in the state. I've helped get a lot of folks elected, helped unelected folks, done state questions, and so you kind of get an intrinsic feel for what you see going on, and we're always going to be 15 points behind, but I really, really like what I'm seeing. Between 7 a.m. and noon today, we got 30 more dispensaries.
Oh, great.
So let me ask you a question, Jed. Is a two-part question here, actually. One, do we have any type of projection as far as industry support of this bill? From where I see, it seems like most people are on board this time.
Well, and we are in the phase now where we are finding out. Between now and when we get signatures, we are undergoing an intensive effort. We've already started canvassing Oklahoma County, literally block by block, up at affairs, double checking, making sure we know where everyone's at. A lot of you see a lot of licenses, active licenses online. This website, but that does not reflect the reality on the ground. The reality on the ground is 1 out of 2 dispensary licenses are not there anymore.
Right.
They're not open. And so we're getting out and canvassing everyone. And, I've got a personal commitment to Oklahoma County, to really get it going down here. So it's now is the time. This is theoretical. We are now in a window where, again, 90 days to gather signatures, but we are basically down to day 118 of a 120-day time frame to get it together, get everyone organized, get the dollars in the bank, and get out in the field and hit every event, everyone we know, everyone talking to their family and friends. Let's get this done.
Okay, what can our listeners do to help just a person that's in the industry and they want to be a part of it? What's the best thing that they can do to ensure that this thing goes smoothly and get involved?
The best thing that they can do today is today and for the next week or so is get over to ORCA4OK.com. That's what the number 4, ORCA4OK.com, and go there. We've got volunteer reps, we've got sponsorships. We hope that everyone hits all of the above, but get in there and get on the list. One of the things that we're doing is, obviously we'll be promoting our sponsors a lot of the way through on our website, but we also have a interactive map on the website that we did a test run on, like what it's doing, and now we're going to flip it up in all of the locations where we're gathering signatures. We're going to get on that map. And we're going to work on, pushing those locations out. So we just need everyone to check in right now. We're designating leaders in counties. It's kind of similar to a political party structure, where we have a county chair per se. And so as those folks come in, then even volunteers, we'll get them over the next couple of weeks, we'll get them linked up with who the other folks are in their county. We want to, connect everyone, get everyone communicating. For example, our folks down in Cleveland County, they've got the task of not only covering, the dispensaries and other events, but remember, they're going to have 4 or 5 home football games down there. So the plan in Cleveland County, for example, is we're going to have 4 or 5 different tailgate locations. We're going to have a big ass party and collect a shit ton of signatures.
Yep.
Hopefully we're doing the same thing in Stillwater and up in Tulsa as well. So that's and then everyone talking to everyone. Awareness. Get registered to vote. You know,
Well,
make sure that you're make sure you're very registered to vote.
I can tell you this: we're going to be, as far as the lab and the podcast for that matter, we're definitely going to be blasting it on our social media. But also, we're going to, the lab isn't officially sponsoring this event, but we are going to an event this Saturday in Tulsa at the Flavor Chasers Dispensary. And they're going to have a pretty good size event. It's called In Flavor We Trust, and there are tons of brands that are going to be there.
Great.
I would really like to, be able to get the word out there. But will we have signature forms and stuff ready by Saturday?
No, signature forms won't be ready for another couple of weeks.
Okay,
hence
that's right.
the start date. Now, what I do have is I've actually got a bunch of literature and artwork that I can, at a minimum, I can send those PDFs up there to you. And if you want to print some lit.
Yo, we have the best print shop in town connected to us, 918 Prints.
Come on.
Send us whatever you have.
I keep hearing about those guys.
Hey,
and I'm trying to find them. Where are they at?
Hey, you found them right here.
Found them.
By day, we're 918 Prints, OKCTL. By night, we're the Controlled Burn. And we will be at the Flavor Chaser event. Send us some stuff. I'm not going to shut up about it. People are going to be annoyed by me before the end of the year because I just can't stop talking about it. I think I've never seen a better written state question, and everybody that's in this industry, if you've made it this long, we've been doing this from the beginning, from 2018. I've been in this. I've been through all the ups and downs. There's a lot of us that didn't make it. I mean, the majority of us did not make it. This is something that can help turn this ship around and set us in the right direction. I mean, this is.
I really believe
huge.
that. I really, really believe that, bro. I was an unpopular opinion because I didn't think. Now, we may disagree here, but I was not wanting to. I wish we would have voted in the last time. I understand that the rules were probably poorly written, but in my opinion, it just created patience or customers, and I think we needed it. But I'm also not into this as you are, and I don't know if you were wanting to push it. You were pushing it last time or not, but I wish we would have voted yes for it then. But maybe it's a better thing. Maybe this is a better way.
Did you write the last one, Jed?
Which one are we referring to? Question 820 that had ballot access and was voted down?
Yes. Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I did not. I did not write it, and that was part of the problem that a lot of folks had with it. So, there is definitely some divide in the industry over the merits of that proposal.
Yes.
We all knew that one wasn't going to go through before it was ever voted on.
I think so. I think a lot of people did.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing. We're here now. That was 3 years ago. And we know that the language that's in front of us in 837 is, when we're getting really direct, it would probably set Oklahoma back up as a leading program nationally.
Okay, and I've got one more real quick. So there's going to be a lot of people that are not studied up on this. Tell me why, Jed, that everybody was against it last time and why you don't think people will be against it this time. Why is this bill better than the last one, and why should we be ready to go this time? Any major differences between the two bills?
Yeah, they're really simple, but they're foundational. Okay, number one, freedom. Rights and freedoms. Right now, all we have is a statutory privilege. We do not have a constitutional right to access to this plant. The industry is built upon a privilege, not a right.
Okay.
The difference was 820 was a statutory measure. 837 is constitutional. The legislature could have modified any part of 820 like they do 788. That would mean that we still only had a privilege. We did not have rights. It's a freedom issue for me personally.
Absolutely.
So you're saying that this gives us this is constitutional. This would become our right to have adult use cannabis.
That's right. It is a thou shalt and thou shalt not from the highest order, and the only people that can change it is us.
Wow.
I love that.
I love that.
Now, to that end, what we have done is we went about this very deliberately. There are basically 6 pages in this thing. 4 pages are individual rights and freedoms, protections from search and seizure, protections for families. A lot of good stuff in there. That is the core of it.
Healthcare, housing, employment, public assistance, parental rights is a huge one. Education, even firearms. Firearms is one thing you hear a lot of Oklahomans
that's a big
talk
hot
about
topic.
not having their patient card because of their concealed carry. But continue.
Yeah.
You got me fired up, Jed.
It's huge. It's huge. It's huge, and so, we check all of those boxes for individuals. And then we have to deal with implementation. And this is the second part of the issue with 820. 820 created a duplicate licensing system like we've seen in other states where they implemented recreational over medical. The problem it created with the duplicate license system was that you then had to go and obtain a recreational license in addition to your medical license.
Right.
And it forced the industry to make a false choice in a split market. At the end of the day, marijuana is marijuana.
Yeah.
The difference between recreational and medical use is the intent of the consumer, period.
Absolutely.
So, right. And so why would we have a wholly separate license system with a whole set of separate taxes, with a whole set of separate, inventory tracking?
That's how they're doing it in Colorado currently, right?
Right.
When you walk in there as a rec, which you wouldn't even call it a patient, as a rec customer, you can buy 100 milligrams of edible at a time, and I think 1 ounce maybe. But on the medical side, that's where all the 2,500 milligrams, the 10,000 milligram stuff you could still get. The rec side was very, very limited. This, what you're saying, at least what I'm taking from it, is it's just basically merged together in the most common sense way. Because I read through this entire bill, and that was the main thing I took away from it was the common sense in this. I mean, and I'll be honest with you, I'll be frank. When I read it the first time, I was like, "There's no shot." Because it makes so much sense that it's going to be, mind-blowing.
There's no way lawmakers are like this. It's too logical.
To where it is today. But they let it go through, and if you would take the time, get you a cup of coffee, get a Red Bull, read through this, everybody listening, read through this. It's not going to take you all night. You can get through it pretty easy, and I promise you're going to have a couple oh wow moments reading through it. Like, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, and that's 2 notes here. Number one, it doesn't matter what lawmakers think at this point. They failed. I'm going to say that with a kindly. I mean, this is a huge task. What we know is there's too much common sense in that for that to ever make it through the legislature. This is the path we have to take to achieve a common sense outcome.
Yep.
Right. From there, that's what it is. I mean, it's so there's no split licensing. Sales start 60 days from implementation because we don't have a new licensing process, no separate inventory. It works like this: 60 days from passage, sales begin. Rights kick in day 1. The moment that thing is certified on the Friday after the election, all your rights are in place immediately. So it's day 1 rights, 60-day implementation. The difference is simply at the cash register. If you've got a medical card, you're paying now 0% excise tax as opposed to a 7% excise. And if you're purchasing with a state ID, you're paying a 10% excise tax on the recreational. That's it. That's the difference. So what we're doing is we're looking to have Oklahoma pick up the entire market simply with a change at the cash register.
Well, if I'm mistaken here, please tell me, but I'm pretty sure there's verbiage written in this to prepare for, descheduling or even federal legalization, right?
Oh, definitely, definitely. We wanted to make sure while we were here that we were fully prepared for literally any federal eventuality. And so what we did is there's a section in there that deals with federal contingencies. It doesn't matter if Congress changes something, an executive order changes something, or the courts change something. The construct is simple. At the moment that that it's okay to conduct interstate transport of marijuana across state lines, Oklahoma's open for business.
Oh yeah, we're right in the middle.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Yeah, right.
As far as out-of-state customers for rec, let's say it passes, do you have to show an Oklahoma ID to purchase, or can anybody with an ID over the age of 18 or 21 purchase?
Oh, valid state ID, 21 and over.
Very good. Okay. Wow. It's
awesome.
It's really good.
It's genuinely awesome. That's what I'm pretty excited about this, man. Like it makes all the sense in the world. It makes, us more money at the end of the day, and I think it takes care of consumers in a much simpler, to the point, common sense way.
What about governing bodies? Who's in charge of this?
So this is not only do we are we moving to make sure that we don't have a duplicate license system between medical and recreational. The other thing we do is we also and in a lot of ways 837 is a cleanup bill per se. You hear that term at the Capitol a lot. Oh, this is a cleanup bill. Well, that's what I'm telling lawmakers. This is a cleanup bill, and what it does is it requires lawmakers within 3 years of passage to designate an agency to handle both licensure and registration of business entities. Right now we have a two-master system with OMMA and OBNDD. We have to submit, we've literally got duplicate government, and at a state budget level, that's costing our state $20 million a year to basically have an extra entity doing extra work if they're getting their job done. So what we are doing is streamlining and then we also require we set out the guideline to the legislature that they may, if they choose, designate a separate agency from the one that handles business licensure and registration to take care of patient cards, caregiver licenses, research and education licenses.
And now, so correct me if I'm wrong, but by hearing that, what I'm hearing is that also gives our Oklahoma businesses right now that have already been in the industry and already been suffering through the good and the bad, but that gives them a 3-year head start to get their feet and businesses sank in and operating before we allow outside companies to attempt to come in and start business here in Oklahoma. Is that correct?
That is correct. We don't want to ever close the loop on licensure permanently, but we also want to ensure that everyone that has somehow made it through to this point and makes it through to that point, best way to put it is y'all are set up for about a 4-year healer.
Yeah, and they deserve that. I really think Oklahoma businesses deserve that.
Absolutely. Just absolutely, they do.
I've got one final question here, Jed, at least coming from me.
It's our fourth final question. Jed.
Right. This is, I promise, this is the last one. Do you think that there's a shot that we could get this, get all the signatures in, get it on the ballot next year, get it voted, get it passed before the OMMA quality assurance lab is finished? I'd say there's a higher chance we get this in and voted on before that does happen. But that's something
here's one thing that we can say for sure. If we get our signatures and we get ballot access, this can be passed before any non-emergency laws next year go into effect. A lot of laws go into effect November 1st. Well, at the latest, we'd be on the ballot the first week of November. So in a lot of ways, other than something shoved through on emergency, which I just, something for topic down the road, They didn't renew the license moratorium on dispos, processors, and growers this year, so they're going to have to do it next year if they want to keep it in effect past August 1st of next year. That's something we'll probably see in the spring. We can talk about that later. But the reality is that right now, this is likely the next substantial piece of law that would go into effect if we do our job.
Okay, so best case scenario, and we really do have to close with this, but best case scenario, when can our people listening, if everything goes well, best case scenario, when can they expect to be walking into dispensaries or, making purchases without a medical card? And worst case scenario, when can they expect to do that?
Best case scenario, you are looking at 60 days from June 16th, 2026. So June, July, roughly August 15th of 2026 in the best case scenario. In the worst case, if we win in November, November 4th, 6th, you're looking at basically ringing in the new year 2027 with recreational sales.
Okay. It's attainable. It's here, and it's something to look forward to and work. I'm not gonna lie, Jed. I'm excited as hell.
Hey, I tell you, it counts because in the grand scheme of things, again, without the minutia, okay, that hitting that August 15th potential, what that requires is everyone immediately take this life and death serious. Let's get those signatures stacked up. The quicker we can hit our goal and get them to the Secretary of State, the better off we are.
Absolutely. Everybody, this has been Jed Green. Do not forget to visit ORCA4OK.com, and that was ORCA, the number 4OK.com. Get on there, volunteer. If you have any questions to us, reach out to the email. And obviously, if you have any questions for ORCA, reach out to them. Man, Jed, we really, really appreciate you coming
brother.
on. This has been awesome. Send us that artwork. We're going to be at the Flavor Chasers block party this Saturday from 4:30 to 8 o'clock. Come out and see the controlled burn. Send that out to us, and we'll get this thing started right.
Okay, sounds good. I'll talk to y'all soon. Appreciate you.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, later, y'all.
Love you, dog.
Folks, you heard it from the man himself.
Bro,
that dude,
telling you,
that dude's a monster. Let me just tell you right now.
He's
a bad motherfucker. He's a bad motherfucker.
For all the growers, processors, dispensary owners, all you guys out there, like, we've heard it all. It's been a nightmare, and it's one of those things where we had a good period of time, and then it got bad, and then it's just kind of like gotten a little better, and then we've kind of plateaued in this area where nobody's really killing the game right now. Very, very few people. This is something that this will turn it around.
And even the ones that are killing it now are not killing it like killing it was in 2019.
Right. No.
That killing it don't exist.
No, that's not realistic. That's not. Everybody thought we were going to be millionaires, and it was.
Yeah, I bet a few became quick millionaires. Now they hope they invested well.
if distillate is going for $8,000 a liter, pounds are going for $3,000 for an exotic. Yeah, man, we can make some money.
And let's clarify. We're not saying that we want distillate to go for $8,000 and $10,000 a liter, and
that's where it was in 2019.
But that's where it was.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's literally where it was.
I think that where distillate has been is not a. I understand people wanting cheap access to medicine, and they deserve that. But at the same time, if your medicine is so cheap that's not also a good thing, because that means that the things that had to happen for that medicine to be produced are probably not the best. Like, you want some level of it has to be a higher price than where it was at the lowest for it to make sense and be safe. I mean, I'm trying not to go into crazy detail.
Well, the problem you run into with it is
the shit we've had. It's the problems we've had.
You make premium products not cost efficient enough to even have.
Sure,
So you see
100%.
people that are completely cutting premium lines, or you see like dispensaries that were known for only selling top premium shelf. They go out of business.
Yeah.
And so we're only getting, distillate products, which there's nothing wrong with distillate. But
No. Not at all.
there's a reason why those can come in at a far cheaper price than like a rosin or, whichever. But there needs to be levels.
Everybody
Yes.
has why they consume, right? The person that gets off work and you'll, this is what and I know we need to close, but you'll never convince me that coming home from work after a hard day's work, you've had a hell of a day, you're stressed out, kicking your feet up, rolling you up a doobster to unwind and relax. You're never going to convince me in a million years that that's not medicinal and good for you and needed. So, yes, I know, as well as most everybody knows, that the medical industry is not just treating people with Parkinson's or kids with seizures.
Right.
But medicinal is a very, very, very broad word and term, and it can, quote unquote, treat, I don't want to say treat because, FDA, but, like it can help with a lot of things. So, yeah, there's people that, are balling on a budget and, broke on a budget that distillate carts and it serves a purpose. Now, yeah, you want premium products, right? If you're the kind of person that likes the finer things in life, or you have truly sick people that you're trying to help, you definitely want a higher quality product. So the industry needs a bump as far as at least levels, right? So those things can exist. And right now, we're just now potentially getting to stepping on the ramp to get started to where that's even a thing anymore.
Oh, yeah. No, 837 goes through, and that just opens the door to allow companies to have more product lines, more niche products.
Yeah. And our population has increased exponentially since 2018, mainly because of cannabis, right? But also just because things are happening in Oklahoma, man. Like, think about it. Think about Tulsa 10 years ago.
Bro, the Thunder won the NBA.
The freaking Thunder
National
won
champion.
the NBA Finals championship. Dude,
Bro,
get out of here, bud. We're official now.
It literally, like, Oklahoma is on the fucking map.
Yeah,
dude.
well,
Like,
and even prior to that, we're joking, but we're being serious. Like, that's the thing. But downtown Tulsa, right? We didn't have shit in Tulsa 10 years ago.
no.
We had nothing but meth, Now we've got, and I know this is silly, but serious, man. Like, we've got a really cool Art Deco type vibe. Black
Yeah.
Wall Street, Guthrie Green, all
center
the
of the
shit that's
universe.
going on down there, the center of the
Hey,
universe.
the center of the universe is dope, dude.
I mean,
That's-
honestly, it's actually kind of shitty. I hope they're working. I seen all the construction.
No, I'm just
Hopefully
saying,
they're actually redoing it.
if you go
the
stand in
concept.
it, in
Yeah,
the
no, it's cool shit.
if you don't know what the center of the universe is and you do live in Tulsa or the surrounding
Google it.
area, please Google it. Go to it. Go check it out. You can literally walk over to it. There's probably going to be some homeless people, maybe some like young, 20, 21-year-old people taking pictures around it. But
Potential.
if you can walk up and find it available, you stand in the middle of this thing and it's just there. And it's like all the sound everywhere is like cut off.
It is labeled an acoustic phenomena.
It's insane. Like
cool.
it's pretty sweet. Like if you've never done it, you have to experience it. And it's right here in the heart of Tulsa, which is the center of the universe.
And it is in Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains. Shane, do you have anything to add before closing? Because we got to get the hell out of here.
No, we have to leave. This was fun. This was cool. I
this
think
was amazing.
we're gonna take some cool clips from this and share it. No booty worms today, everybody. I know everybody's gonna be let down by that.
You stole it. I was about to. Funnel worms!
This one was more in the serious tone, but this was cool. I think we're probably going to shoot another one before the end of the week. That'd be nice.
Maybe.
But, all right, guys.
Quite possibly.
This is Shane Davis.
And I am Brandon Fountain, and we are the Controlled Burn.